Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Nisha V, and welcome back to Glorious Black Girl Podcast. So, how is everyone doing? What do I want to talk about? What do Nisha V want to talk about tonight? What I want to talk about is letting go of the past and forgiveness. I am in a place that I thought that I have forgiven people who have done things to me or to people that I love. But over the weekend, I realized I am not over some things because I have not thought about those things in years. And I buried it deep, deep, deep down in the inside. And now that it's come back to the surface because something triggered me and now it's back to the surface, I realized that I need to let go of the past and I need to be healed. I remember someone pulling a gun on someone that I loved. Um, all because they got asked the question about money, which guess what? They had every right to ask about the money because it wasn't their money to do wrong with. It was somebody else's money that they should have made sure the person who gave it to them or whatever the case was did right by it. But that's a whole nother other story. But again, I am on a journey of healing and forgiveness, and I want to be able to forgive those people who have done things to me in order for Jesus to forgive me, slash God to forgive me. I want to go to heaven one day. And sometimes it is hard to let go of the past. It is hard to forgive those who have done you wrong or done people you love wrong or who told lies about you, who have said the craziest things about you or whatever. But I'm realizing forgiving people isn't for their sake. It really is for your sake. Holding on to all of that negative bull crap doesn't do them nothing. It really causes you all the sorrow and grief or whatever. Like, it can jack up your body. It can holding on to the past and unforgiveness and all of that negative stuff. It does not do anything but mess up your insides, mess up your brain. While they moved on, you still stuck in the past. And don't get me wrong, I have moved on. I didn't even think about any of those things until over this weekend when someone said something. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. And I realized, like, I'm in a place where I want peace and I need to forgive. And just because I forgive certain people does not mean I want to be friends with them, do not mean I want them to be in my life. It does not mean I want them to be a part of my family or I'm trying to be a part of theirs, even if they are my family members. But letting go can be really hard. Is there anyone out there still holding on to what somebody did to you? If so, let it go. Let it go because it's not going to do nothing. It's not doing nothing to them. It's not hurting them that you holding on to something. It's hurting you. You're the one who's miserable. You're the one who walking around thinking about something that happened 10 or 20 years ago. And like I said, for me, I was not even thinking about any of that. I was just triggered, and I realized, you know what? Tonight I want to talk about letting go of the past and healing and forgiveness. And again, as you all know, my favorite saying, I am not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a consultant. I'm just a woman who been through a lot of shit. I'm a woman who is trying to let go of a lot of shit. I'm a woman who's trying to forgive a lot of shit. And honestly, I'm a woman who's trying to forget a few things as well. But don't get me wrong, I want my memory. I want my memory. Because we got to remember, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I want to keep my memory. I just want to be over certain things. And maybe I would never be over those things, but I want to be in a place where if something triggered me, I can be like, oh, you know what? I'm triggered for now. Count to 2 or 5 or whatever. And I'm back okay. You know? So I'm just on this journey where I want to be at peace. I want to be at peace with life. I want to be at peace with people. I want to be at peace with myself. Because life can be a bitch. And who want to deal with all of that? Because holding on to the past and holding on to the forgiveness and unforgiveness. So holding on to the past, the bad parts of the past, and holding on to unforgiveness, it doesn't do anything but make you sick in the inside. It can cause cancer. It can cause so many things. And you don't deserve that. Let's get rid of it. And what I'm going to do is write down the names of those who I have not forgiven. I'm going to write their names down. I'm going to say a little prayer and ask God to help me to forgive these people. After I say my prayer, I'm going to tear the paper up and I'm going to burn the paper. And I'm going to put the ashes outside and let them blow away. Or in this weather, let it melt. Because baby, it's hot out here. It is hot. It's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow. Do you hear me? But I also want to thank everyone who has been listening to my podcast on iHeartRadio, on Speaker, on Spotify, and on YouTube. I want to say thank you all so much. Like, it means so much to me. The supporters that I have that I didn't even realize that I have. That means so much to me. Honestly, it does. And I want to thank everyone for their opinions, um, for telling me things that I can do to make my podcast better. Um, I feel like it can only go up from here. Of course, I'm so thankful. I really, really am. And honestly, tonight was really hard for me to get on here and to talk about anything and not being funny. I have a lot to talk about. It's just that it almost felt like my voice was not ready to do this. Today, it almost felt like, or tonight, I'm sorry, it felt like my first time doing this. It really did. But guess what? I pushed through and I came forth. And I hope that y'all like this episode. I really do. And again, I just want to say thank you to everyone. And that is all for tonight. So your girl Nisha V, that's NISHAVEE, want to say thank you for listening to Glorious Black Girl Podcast. And I want to say I'm out. Everybody have a wonderful night/day or day/night. Bye.